Welcome back! Now we're on mission 4, Deadly Designs, Part 3, the Train Yards. Now we have a new mission description. The second part of the SWF Industrial Complex is the Train Yards/Freight Depot. Aerial recon reports that this area appears to have been less damaged than the factory. The real strategic importance of this area is that it is the only entrance into the secret weapons facility itself, which lies underground and out of reach of Allied bombers. Unfortunately, our tactical knowledge of this area is minimal at best, so you must discover on your own which buildings contain the SWF entrance. Our mission objective: gain access to the main warehouse complex, and locate the primary lift and proceed to the SWF. This is very reminiscent to Fear, where we had to look for that Project Origin facility that was holding Alma, and here we have a warehouse complex that's going to be holding a lift that is supposedly secret, to lead to this underground layer that is hidden from any kind of bombing. So even if we bomb the entire place completely, it's underground, so very unscathed. It's actually pretty interesting how the train yard is so open, and yet this area is kind of mysterious. Shouldn't trains be used over and over? Like, where exactly are there mysterious railways? You can follow the rails all the way over here, can't you? I mean, maybe some of them are across a mountain or something, but railroads in the 1940s were interesting this way. Mussolini was made famous with that quote about how despite everything being awful in Italy, especially their military, at least their trains ran on time. Trains under modernism are a symbol of industrialization, speed, and branching distant areas with the hub, like a city center. This train yard is meant to be the heart of Kugelstadt, with the railways like the industrial veins, the tree roots, that branch out and pump everything in and out of the center. So it makes sense why the factory would be here. This talk about fascism and trains reminds me of a little art style called Futurism, which isn't really featured in this game, but I wanted to cover it a bit to express how it relates to it. Futurism is weird because it began before World War II, around 1909. The Italian futurists wanted to embrace the future, reject the past, and create a sense of movement based on what was called Cubism. Cubism was a very basic, partially abstract art style that reduced figures into basic shapes, giving them a very shiny appearance, and making people and objects resemble almost as if someone drew wooden dolls. The goal was to remove the aspects of what makes, for example, a human figure, and leave only the figure, and removing everything human about it to still have people see it as human because those basic shapes are there. Italy wanted to have this idea of the new man, as a rejection of individuality, to have a very strong, superior man serve the state. In a way, this new man is like how people make the Space Marine in 40K. They reject everything traditional and even biological to create something that strengthens the state. On top of this, the Nazis, the Fascists of Italy, and the Futurists were all inspired by Nietzsche's idea of the Übermensch, which is why the Nazis had a different idea of how they'll get their own Superman. In fact, the Nazis rejected Futurism and the fascist Italian idea of the new man, seeing it as degenerate. They didn't want the new man, they wanted the ancient Aryan man as their idea of what is superior. This is why the Nazis sought ancient relics and appropriated ancient symbols, while the fascist Italians were moving forward with Futurism, and Italian fascists didn't really make a big deal about race. It's rather interesting how Nazism makes it about an origin point, while fascism makes it about an end point. In a weird way, the Nazis were pro-tech, but anti-intellectualism. The tech was a residue of propaganda and a means to win the war, but they didn't really want things like trains or even tanks. The sci-fi technology that comes from Nazi Germany, along with their biological research done at the expense of people put into death camps, is a fascinating contradiction in what fueled a nation to almost rule the world. But we also had to understand that anti-intellectualism, in both fascist and Nazi terms, is when you present intelligence without experience. So you can think of it like they wanted experienced workers who had a previous job on a resume, rather than someone who went to college and studied the subject. They considered the one with no experience a passive intellectual, and one who treated ideas as objects, causing the fascists and Nazis to reject materialist logic. And this is why Giovanni Gentili, the guy who wrote the manifesto on fascism, considered himself what would be called actual idealist. This is also why a lot of their beliefs are related to nationalist romanticism, because both romanticism and actual idealism are idealist philosophies, believing that substance begins with an idea rather than a material. All of this then runs back to how Futurism wanted an ideal of the future, an abstract that already exists, but it must be pulled into the material realm. The Nazis believed their race was superior, but the pure form was ideal and must be pooled into the material realm. So when I see this train yard here, I'm thinking of how the Nazis didn't really want it. They saw trains more like an aspect of modernism to deal with, because they had this belief of being all about agrarian lifestyles, with plenty of living space. But to get there, they must use trains to spread out and cause this living space. And, use trains for the war effort and sending people to the camps and such. I guess a good way to say it faster is that when we see trains in Nazi Germany, we're to view them like a haunted house. It's meant to give you chills. There's a lot of evil in the Nazi German train during the Nazi rule. And when we find the secret factory, we're going to see more evil with their sinister experiments. There's bombs bursting in the distance. Okay, so this place looks exactly the same as where I came from. What? First enemy here, and it's a Panzerfaust with pinpoint accuracy. Not fair, Grey Matter. Hey, what's the Grey Matter you? I avoided a lot. This guy is shitting at us. And he got me. Okay. That's why he was so accurate. He had a FG-42 as well. And this MP-40 is the odd one out, surprisingly. All these machine guns in the distance. Ah! Failed. Wait, 5 each? What a ripoff. I love that stumble they do when you hit them with a rifle round. Oh, almost fell. There's a sniper somewhere. Couldn't have been the audience. It was in my left ear, rather clearly. I can't see him. I assume this map is designed for multiplayer, people shooting from above and close quarters below. Maybe down here? Huh. Could have sworn I heard a sniper round. Oh, there he is. I actually jumped. Made me fly out of my socks. Down the ladder. What are these? AT guns? What are those, chairs? Alright, this is difficult. I could have sworn there was a third one. Where? Okay, he's dead. No joke, this game made the enemy AI almost more brutal than the AI in Fear. I think it's their placement. Some health. I am not confident. The main challenge is how little health we're given between battles. And remember, this is only normal mode. I do not remember having this much of trouble before. So these trains are suspicious. I knew it. Aha. Ooh. He made BJ Blazkowicz ink. Inked all over like an octopus. Where'd that bullet come from? I hear like a pew 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 somewhere, but where is that? There's a spent one. And I'm spent. Do a little skip to my loo over here. I heard something. Don't act like you didn't reveal yourself. You ratsy. Where is he? Such a wide open area and I see nothing. I see nothing? Nothing. Probably something over there, huh? Got him. Sorry I had to do that ridiculous thing. I thought this guy was naked for a second, but no, just a really weird camouflage. And these guys are wearing some kind of camouflage. It looks like Peggy Bundy's pants. A leopard and such. Ah, I remember this area. How did I get in there? There was something we had to do with the train. Where's the run train button? It's like hot coffee, but you have a bunch of dudes surrounding that civilian chick. That's not a distant. Whoa. Oh, well, asking you shall receive. I got wrecked. Yeah. Get behind cover. Not shoot my cover. Okay, I believe he's done. I want to get this secret area thing. Okay, I vaguely remember something. So, sorry if this seems a little bit annoying, but I'm gonna try something. Okay, I remember it's somewhere over here. Ah! The letter. Ooh, it's all spent? Wait a minute, they're not spent. It's just that I cannot pick up any more. I believe we have to do a little running leap. Let's try to make it. Ugh. Ooh. I drifted. Alright, we got everything. I don't remember how much health I had. Did I make it better or worse? BJ has too much of a badongadonk. BJ must stand for Butt Juicy. Big Juicy Blazkowicz entering the room dick first. Oop, I hear footsteps. Kinda dumb the front door is locked, but this is wide open. Sounds like someone's laundry is done. Very odd that I can hit them when I'm not actually shooting directly at them. But they can't do the same thing to me. Thank Gorsh was not the other way around. Woo! He tried to do a kickflip. I guess it is true what they say. These Nazis were hopping mad. I was right, this place really is similar to Fear. With all the characters jump up in the air for no reason. I love when they bounce. Uh-oh. I was thinking for a second I heard footsteps. Got him in the shoulder. Ooh. Locked. So we had to get in here. And then we can start munching on some bread. Some dry Black Forest bread with a nice hot bowl of bouillabaisse. I'm actually not sure what's causing that loud buzzing over here. I mean, that sound is meant to be a generator, right? Oops. Looks like that one's gonna be a closed casket. Someone's coming. Knock his hat off like a Western. Yeah, got me, partner. Take that. Shut the door, lady, get out. Okay, doesn't want to close. I love taking their hat off. Looks so funny. I don't know if they kept that in 2009 or the reboot, but bring that back. That's locked. I believe that's the front entrance. Okay, let's look in here. There's a guy. No Luger. Uh-oh. I think I killed an unarmed citizen. I'll let the night guy handle that. I knew you were playing peekaboo. Ah, he was the god. Okay. Take all of them. This is a door that looks like it's going to have me leave. Let's open both. Does that do anything? That's open. Let's go this way. Some big industrial looking room. Ugh. Stupid door. I'm a little bit scared. There's gonna be guys here, aren't there? Have to keep a low profile. Oh. Forgetting which buttons I'm pressing. Oh, oh, oh. Okay. Don't you dare let go with that pinky. Pinky swear. Oh. Let's flush them out. Like the turds they are. And that worked. Good. Ooh. Oh. Someone down there. Alright, let's go to the second floor. This should lead us to that one place I wanted. Oh! Oh, he's scaring me with a broken glass. He's over here. Drat. Alright, this is gonna be a weird maze run. Over here and here and here. Oh! Hey, this is that place I was trying to open. Now it opens. Okay. Eat the bread. Gold meal. I used to eat you. I'm more confident, even though low in armor. And open this one. Now that opens the secret lift. And oh. Got him. I remember there was something around here. You had to do something wacky. Okay, let's try this. Oh, my head. Okay, that's stopping me. We had to jump to that platform. Let's try this side. Okay, that actually worked. Ta-da! And now that leads it back over here. I can open this one. And I got a secret area. Morganov. Something that I don't understand. A dark spooky corner. More ammo, that's good. Do I actually have to go through there? Oh, I can just go through here. There's a lift, so we're gonna go this other way that I unlocked over here. Wait a minute. Over here. They locked it for a reason. Just like your neighbor's back window.
Hurry up with those documents. I'm almost done. Just a minute. We don't have a minute. Dad's head wanted to leave an hour ago, and he's furious. All right. So why's a rush? He's leaving for the facility up north. It's something big, that's all I know.
There's someone here? Oh, wait a minute. I was being misguided by the sound. It's over here. Ouch! Ah. A secret document. To all train yard loading supervisors, from Lieutenant Schoschhund, subject priority shipment. A priority shipment of Swiss chocolate is due to arrive on the 900 supply train. This shipment is to be delivered, intact, to the SS Senior Officer Mess. Oh, the Officer's Mess. I thought it was a guy called Mess. Extra guards will be detailed to prevent pilfering. Lieutenant A. Schoschhund, Logistics Coordinator, Reich Special Projects, Kugelstadt District. Okay, so that's a little funny. We got a hint to where Death's Head's heading, which is the X Labs up north. So that was a little bit of foreshadowing. I like that. Nice storytelling. Now we can finally escape to that lift that was supposed to be secret, and I found it. I wasn't supposed to. I feel like there's somebody here. Yes. That is tricky. And that is also tricky. I feel like I wasted ammo with these two. Could've just ran on by. Oh, now we're in the lift.